biggest pet peeves is when I have somebody coaching me that is a single person with all kinds of time. And I'm like, hold on, I have 4 children and a partner and multiple jobs. Like coach me from that perspective. Like, I want you to realize that I'm giving a lot of love out and expending a lot of energy. So how do I do it in that context? And so it's very valid to say, listen, the kids are older now and now I have space, right? It's finding that space. And so then I would go back to when somebody's in the thick of it. And when I'm talking about somebody in the thick of it, I'm talking about myself during this time where we're kind of stuck at home and there's a lot going on. Now my kids are about to be at home, homeschooling again and all those things. How can we find space in there so it's not, I'm going to live my life 6 years
later.
from now? Yes.
Yeah.
So how, and it's funny, I've been talking about this for a while and I just saw something come out, Obama, Oprah, all of these different people coming out talking about and both. And I've seen this trend instead of either or and both. How do you have and both, right? So in the context of having lots of kids and being in a pandemic and being stuck at home and not having a lot of freedom or homeschooling plus your job, all those things, how do you find space to do health behaviors and do all the other things you're going to do in life? And sometimes it's from somebody who came from an athletic background who was, if you didn't work out 6 days a week, it wasn't a real workout. If you weren't in the gym for 2 hours, it's not a real workout. Like, that's my mindset, right? Like, if it wasn't hard, if it wasn't sweating, if it wasn't painful, if I wasn't sore the next day, it wasn't a real workout. Well, if that was my current bar, I wouldn't be working out right now. I'm like, how do you, on some days, I set a timer for 10 minutes and do 10 minutes of yoga. That's my and both, right? Yeah. Every day, like, what can I do every day to put a deposit in the bank of self-love? Like, so today it's 10 minutes of yoga. My partner and I have spin bikes. So, some days she'll be like, let's do the spin. We'll just do something online. We'll do 20 minutes instead of the hour. Okay. So some days it's 20 minutes of spin. Some days it's not a workout. Some days it's a walk outside, physical activity. Some days it's just eat a really good meal. Like, don't have one day pass where you don't make a deposit in the bank of self-love or whatever, however you want to say that.
This is really the embodiment of 80-20 that I've talked about a lot with my clients. Like 0-100 would be like, I don't have any time to do my regular workout, so I'm not doing anything, right? Yes. 80-20 is like, okay, on some days you're going to be able to do exactly how you'd like it to be. And other days it's just a walk. It's just 10 minutes of yoga. It's just a video on YouTube while you're doing spinning. And that puts you in a much better situation and position when you do finally have time than saying, okay, I'm just going to turn it all the way off and then I'll worry about this later, because that becomes such a daunting task that you'll always procrastinate on that.
Yes.